The Nidecker Beta is my favorite powder snowboard that I've ever ridden. It makes powder riding effortless, giving you more energy to snowboard open to close and charge on every lap. It's surfy, stiff, and can essentially plow and charge through any terrain with ease, and it offers such a fun turning experience in powder. If the snow is deep, there's no snowboard that I'd rather be on. I picked up a Nidecker Beta after watching Kevin from Snowboard Pro Camp ride one for a season and later doing a review stating it was his personal favorite powder snowboard. Typically, you can find them on a great end-of-season deal, and even during the peak season, for the price, you really can't beat it. The Nidecker Beta is Nidecker's most powder-focused model in Nidecker's Bio series, and it has a spoon-shaped nose and a very unique swallowtail. This helps the nose to stay up in the front, and the spoon shape allows it to easily roll from edge to edge, and the swallowtail helps the back end of the snowboard sink in deep snow, and on this snowboard it works so well that I never felt like I had to set my stance back or really weight my back foot as much as you typically do when snowboarding powder. I could essentially snowboard just like normal, and this snowboard would glide through anything and everything. Even the super deep and thick Pacific Northwest snow, I never had any leg fatigue riding powder. One thing I noticed almost immediately with the Nidecker Beta was just how lightweight it was on my feet, especially for me riding a 162. It's made up of poplar and paulownia with carbon inlays to give it tons of energy and pop. It also features Nidecker's Absorbnid top sheet, which is Nidecker's top sheet layer that helps to really absorb those extra vibrations. And I have to say, this paired with the medium stiff flex and the camber profile underfoot absorb all the chatter really, really well. No matter how fast I was going or what I was riding through, it just soaked it up so well, and I never felt those vibrations in my leg, which really just helps eliminate that leg fatigue throughout the day. And I can't stress this enough, this snowboard is an absolute beast and will steamroll any terrain, just plowing through chunk and chunder, but does so while still being light on its feet, surfy, and can slash snow on a dime. Even on the deepest of days, my buddy was on his Jones Mind Expander and he was getting stuck in sections, and I was able to blow past him, never getting stuck, open up a path so he could keep on rolling. This board just cannot be stopped in deep snow, and it just wants to go fast in general with a really good base glide, and again, the way it just soaks up the vibrations makes you go faster than you realize. I will say I bought this snowboard mainly for powder-specific riding, and I've only taken it out on Groomers once. I don't actually have any clips of it since I was just testing it out at my local resort prior to our snowboard trip to kind of get my stance set up. But that being said, on Groomers, this board is a completely different board. In powder, it's poppy, slashy, it can turn and swivel, but on the Groomers, it will not skid a turn whatsoever. At first riding it, I felt like I couldn't snowboard and didn't know how to turn anymore. It can carve and hold an edge, and it wants to do more long, drawn-out carvy turns, and I've heard it's really great for carving with a posi-posi stance, and that's something I'd like to test out this snowboard season. This is a snowboard that I think will make you a better snowboarder over time, and it's one that to make it turn as intended, you really have to use your hips more to initiate it. You can't skid and smear your turns as much. It's going to allow you to ride powder better than you ever had before and do so with minimal effort, allowing you to get more laps with more energy. The way it can charge and plow through any terrain just gives you so much confidence, and the stiffness in the rear just feels like you can land anything. If you can get that tail down, the rest of the board will come slamming down and you're going to stick the landing every time. I love this snowboard, and it's one that once I got it in powder, anytime there's fresh snow, it's the one I grab now every single time. As soon as I took it on my first powder laps in Winter Park, I was hooked. I had it in deep snow in Winter Park, Steamboat, Copper, Mount Bachelor, and it never disappointed, and I had a blast on it every single time. If you want to check the snowboard out, I do have it linked down below with an affiliate code. This does help support the channel, but this is not a sponsored video. Like I said, I bought this snowboard on my own. I got it on a really great end-of-season deal, and I can't recommend this snowboard enough. It's one of my favorites in my snowboard quiver, and like I said, if I'm planning a trip now and I see some fresh snow coming, this snowboard will always be in my bag.